And now I would like to welcome a singer, a dancer, a composer, a guitar player, a surrealist visual artist. Troy Brooks, welcome to Chatting with Kora. How goes the quarantine?
You forgot Dog Walker.
What's the dog's name?
Phoebe.
So, how goes the quarantine?
I don't know. What day is it? It's like, the days just run together. I mean, it was kind of normal for me because I was already self-isolating for my show. Because doing what I do, it's like I get up early, I paint, and then eat, and then go to bed.
Now, you moved out of Toronto, correct?
We're about 3 hours southwest of Toronto in a little town called Wallaceburg, the Burg. I love it here. We actually, we bought this as a converted bank. So this bank was built in 1896, I do believe, and we're right on the water. And it's so peaceful and calm. And I was just ready to get out of the city, And actually, a few months before I left were the shootings on the Danforth.
Oh, fun times.
So it kind of felt like, okay, well, this is my time to exit. This is a good time to go because I lived right in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's only gotten worse since the the pandemic, I guess.
Right.
What are you working on now?
Well, I'm working on a big solo show that is if all goes well and the apocalypse doesn't happen, then it's supposed to go up August 22nd. In Los Angeles at Corey Helford Gallery. So I'm working on that now. I was hoping to get it done by April. That's not going to happen because the paintings are kind of bigger than I'm used to doing, and they're very intricate. So it's going to take me. I'm on the third last painting.
I remember, for those of you that don't know, Troy and I went to theater school about 100 years ago. And I used
Back in the covered wagon days.
Yes. That was Oklahoma. You were so good in that. But I used to watch you draw in class. And you would sketch things with a pencil and then use your finger and spit. And
yeah, everyone, I had no idea. Everyone has got a drawing that I gave to them.
Yeah.
I swear to God, everyone I've ever met in my life has some kind of little doodle that I just did and gave to them. I had no idea. It's like I've left a little breadcrumb trail. But yeah.
That is going to be the retirement plan for most of those performers. So,
yeah. But
you're giving back.
I remember my parents sort of really wanting me to go to art school. And I was like, no, I don't want to go to, because I just thought I had got drafted into doing, because I had an early technical skill in drawing. And so I got drafted into doing all kinds of, commission family portraits for people when I was in high school and stuff. And I hated doing that. And I just thought, well, if having a career in art is going to mean just being a commercial artist or doing commissions, then I'm not interested.
How would you describe your work?
Cinematic with a dash of surrealism thrown in there, because I cut my teeth really on, I learned to draw when I was really little from watching old movies, because the lighting and the composition in those movies and the women in those movies were so enigmatic. And I used to go to the library and spend hours and hours just drawing all the pictures in those big Hollywood photography books. And, those old photographs, they always told a story with light and shadow. And it was to me, those photographs were like, Da Vinci paintings. They glowed, there was composition and so the series that I'm doing now is more or less an homage to film noir, which is how I learned to draw in the first place.
Well, this is the part of the show where, back at Sheridan, there was a recording of you doing Sweet Transvestite. And this is where we'll roll it.
No,
we won't.
Oh, this aversion shock therapy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. And now it's time for 11 questions. Troy Brooks, here are your 11 questions. What's your favorite food?
Sushi.
Favorite movie?
Possessed, 1947.
Favorite musical person or group?
Miles Davis.
What's your favorite podcast?
I don't have a favorite podcast because I listen to audiobooks when I paint, because I paint for like 14 hours a stretch. So I need like a really, really long, drawn out story to listen to. It's my favorite audiobook. I listened to a lot of true crime. I listened to a fantastic one called If You Tell. I can't remember the writer, but fabulous book.
What is one of the best moments of your life?
When I heard Madonna was interested in one of my paintings. That was probably the most surreal moment.
And did she buy it?
She has it.
So, did you give it for free?
No, I didn't. It's complicated. She kind of took it, but I mean, I think she thought it was an offering, but I was under the impression that I was going to be paid for it. So, I mean, she has it. That's wonderful. So, the end.
Now, what's one of the worst moments of your life?
Probably when I realized she wasn't going to pay for that painting. No, the worst moment in my life. Oh God. Probably when my mother passed. That was probably the worst. Yeah.
Tell me one thing people don't know about you.
What is something people wouldn't know? I don't know. Do you know? Might not know that I was a guitar player and a musician for years.
Are you a Gold Star gay?
No.
If we were to go on a date, where would you take me? Where would we go?
Well, I'd probably do to you what I do to all my first dates, and that's torture you with an old movie.
Now, what's your favorite sexual position, or what do you like to do in bed?
Does anyone really answer that?
They all do.
Do they all? No, they don't.
Oh, Troy, you are a hard nut to crack, or from what I can remember. Troy Brooks,
yes.
Thank you so much for appearing on Chatting with Kora.